Feeding on a variety of different food items and sipping drinks is always great. What's better than experiencing dancing flavors in your mouth? Honestly though, I think it would get boring if all I ate were usual flavors such as cheese, barbecue, or sour cream. So I present to you the list of top 20 rare flavors of your favorite foods you have to try. Number 20. Dry pork and seaweed donuts. It's rare for donuts to be topped with something salty. But China does exactly that by presenting us with the dry pork and seaweed donut. Sounds gross. Think again. The dried pork floss and strips of seaweed actually provide a great counterbalance to the otherwise throat-scraping sweetness of the sugar-frosted donut. Now it's possible that you can find this in specialty shops in the West, but it's pretty commonplace in the People's Republic. Number 19. Root Beer Float Oreos. Like a reclusive movie, star root beer float Oreos are the kind of cookie sandwich that are more often heard about than seen in person. Still, if you are lucky enough to chance upon one of these, you'll be treated to a pretty decent snack with a creamy taste of Oreo's trademark cookie. Complements the sharp sweetness of its beer flavored filling. Number 18. Wasabi and green tea Kit Kats. If you live in Asia, you'll find all sorts of Kit Kat flavors ranging from the unusual right down to the outlandish. For one, the green tea variety does away with the chocolate and replaces it with a thick, bittersweet cream. Japan, on the other hand, takes the whole wafer of craze a step further by having Wasabi Kit Kats available in their market, which starts off sweet and then explodes with that hot wasabi flavor in your mouth. Now, the reason why you can't find these flavors at your local supermarket is simple. There's really no demand for these flavors in the West because it's not part of our cuisine. Number 17. Cappuccino Pepsi. Leave it to the Russians to get so hardcore that their caffeinated beverages are flavored with, guess what? Caffeine. Ladies and gentlemen, the Cappuccino Pepsi. Don't let its taste for you though. The combination of coffee and cola makes this one taste like a delicious float. But are you willing to risk a heart attack for it? Apparently, the people of Mother Russia do. Number 16. Blackberry Vanilla Schwepps. Be on the lookout for this rare blackberry variant of the famous ginger ale brand, as it's considered to have a rather pleasant, sour-sweet taste that goes along perfectly with the smoothness of vanilla. Plus, it provides more variety for you when mixing it with alcoholic beverages. The only problem is this variant very irregularly appears in the market for reasons only known to its manufacturer. So cup one next time you see it. Number 15. Midnight Dark Milky Ways. Ordinary Milky Ways are good, but they could be a bit too sweet for some people, which is why it's a huge mystery that the Mars Company, the makers of this candy bar, haven't made the Midnight Dark variety more widely available. To cut it short, its taste is still sweet, thanks to its chocolate Novix center. But its dark chocolate coating adds just the right amount of cocoa bitterness that will leave you hankering for more. Number 14. The McLobster. As far as McDonald's entrees go, the McLobster is truly a bit of an oddity. It's a sub with lobster meat, lettuce, and what the Golden Archers call lobster sauce on it. Now, it used to be available in North America, but supply of lobsters tends to be unstable, which forced the restaurant chain to pull it from their menu. Nowadays, though, you can taste one of these sandwiches during summers in the Atlantic Canada and New England regions exclusively. Number 13. Burger King Snacks. Hong Kong just can't have enough Burger King that the company decided to have their fries and onion rings available in supermarkets as opposed to the fast food variety you can get from one of their many chains. These snacks are more akin to Cheetos, which means they're mostly corn or potato flour based. Still, if you're curious enough to try one of these, you can always try Amazon. Thank God for the internet, right? Number 12. Green Tea Oreos. Green Tea Oreos is more of a staple than it is a novelty in the East, so it's no wonder that China has Green Tea Oreos. This variety of sandwich cookie is actually pretty great since the thick bitterness of the green tea filling is offset by Oreo's chocolate sugar cookies. All in all, this is a pretty refreshing flavor compared to the usual tart vanilla filling regular Oreos have. Number 11. Seaweed Crab and Salmon Pringles. You can find these cans of Pringles in certain parts of Asia, considering that these flavors are more or less part of most of its country's respective cuisines. Don't fret, however, since there are specialty stores in the West that manage to have these in stock at times. Now, if you're wondering about their taste, the seaweed variety has a tongue saltiness to it. The crab variety has a bold, musky flavor to it, and the salmon Pringles have a subtle tanginess to them. Number 10. Wasabi flavored beer. If you thought Wasabi Kit Kats were pushing the boundary, get a load of this. Wasabi flavored beer can be found in specialty shops and bars around Japan, and is known to have a wild kick. Speaking of its alcohol content, it varies depending on the brand, ranging from 3 to 5% alcohol. Considering that winters can get nippy in Japan, mixing beer with the taste of wasabi seems pretty perfect if you want to warm up. Number 9. Gingerbread Pop Tarts. Ah, Pop Tarts, the lazy man's favorite breakfast. If you want to taste the savory sweet variant though, you better look out for it during the winter. You see, this limited edition flavor is only available when the holidays are nearing in order to coincide with the increased demand for gingerbread products in the market. Number 8. McDonald's Rice Burger. The Rice Burger is an Asian exclusive by McDonald's, mainly for the reason of rice being a staple of people's diet. Now, this might all seem overwhelming to you, so let me explain what the mock rice burger is all about. It's a burger patty topped with lettuce and drizzled with teriyaki sauce between buns made of steamed rice that's been pressed into a bun and lightly toasted. Number 7. Dorito Caribbean Citrus. Occasionally, the Frito-Lay company holds events where people get to taste mystery flavors in order to test the market for them. One such flavor that got past this stage and went on to become a limited edition flavor was the Caribbean Citrus variant. According to people who got a hold of it, it's sweet with a kick of lime and some sourness to it, and even has some subtle hints of shrimp flavors. Number 6. Grilled Corn Kit Kat. Grilled corn is something that you occasionally associate with barbecues, but not sweet. However, Japan being the awesome nation that it is, went above and beyond people's expectations when they came out with grilled corn Kit Kats. It's actually not as bad as it sounds. The sweet corn coat and filling has smoky hints to it that makes it surprisingly savory. Number 5. Pepsi Azuki Bean. Like most of the items on this list, the Azuki Bean flavored Pepsi is only produced in Japan because the taste is part of the country's local cuisine. Unlike regular Pepsi though, this variant tastes like a mix of jasmine and Azuki beans that make it to have an unusual thick sweetness to it. Number 4. Fish soufflés. As far as potato chips go, it's rather unusual to have it flavored after soup. Much less soup that's been based on fish, particularly found in the Asian market. This variety is known to have a taste that's equal parts hot, spicy, and sour. So I can't say it's for everyone. In fact, it did have a limited release in Western territories, but it didn't sell well. Number 3. Burger King Black Squid Ink Burger. Black food doesn't seem appetizing, I know, but the Black Squid Ink Burger from Burger King begs to differ. Exclusively available in Japan during the Halloween season. This highly unusual and frankly intimidating burger isn't really as bad as it seems. To properly picture it in your mind, think of this as a regular BK cheeseburger, except it's buns and cheese, which are both dyed using bamboo charcoal to add a degree of smokiness to the dish. The squid ink sauce, on the other hand, provides a tangy accent to it. It's an acquired taste, but hey, it depends on who's eating. Number 2. Tabasco Jelly Beans. I think I'm not alone when I say that people eat Jelly Belly more as a dare than to satisfy their sweet tooth, which is probably why Tabasco jelly beans exist in the first place. Don't go sprinkling this on your pizza or chicken wings just yet though. Despite having that hot Tabasco pepper sauce taste, it still has a certain degree of hotness to it that you would expect from a jelly bean. Number 1. Clear and white soda. Clear sodas have a long history, and I'm not just talking about the ones that are based on lemon and lime, such as 7-Up or Sprite. First, there's white, which is surprisingly not a reference to cocaine. In truth, white Coke is just regular cola, except it doesn't have any food coloring that gives it the look we all know and love. The reason behind its existence is as unusual as the product itself. You see, Coca-Cola was introduced to the USSR right after the end of World War II. At a time when the Cold War was brewing, the famous soda brand stood as an American imperialist symbol, which means the Russians wouldn't buy it. So to remedy that, the company came up with to package their carbonated beverage like vodka, complete with a red Soviet star to its bottle cap. In another instance, the Coca-Cola company decided to manufacture Tab Clear as a way to sabotage rival, so to make a Pepsi's Crystal Pepsi variant. To do that, they made Tab Clear as unpleasant as possible. Well, by the time people tasted Tab Clear, it made them assume that all clear sodas out there tasted horrible, which led sale of Pepsi Clear to plummet. So what does that say about Coke? Well, they're evil geniuses of the soda world. That's what. If you still want to try out one of these clear sodas, though, there's still Pepsi White, which is a yogurt-flavored soda, which tastes like fizzy sour milk. However, it's another one of those strange flavors that's only available in Japan. Have you come across any rare flavors out there? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to stay updated. Thanks for watching.